Welcome to the podcast called The Heavy Rollers. Big boys living that good Jiu-Jitsu like with nothing but truth and nicotine. We got Steven with a blue bell, real cowboy. 9 milligrams of nicotine in his pouches, planes be crashing in his front yard. Next up we got Derek the nice guy. Mama took too much Tylenol when she was pregnant. Boy got a white belt with lots of stories. Living that heavy roller life. Hey, hey. We got Steven with a blue bell, real cowboy. 9 milligrams of nicotine in his pouches, planes be crashing in his front yard. Next up we got Derek the nice guy. Mama took too much Tylenol when she was pregnant. Boy got a white belt with lots of stories. Living that heavy roller life. Hey.
You know, intro's pretty dope, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, pass me the green. I need some weed with my Hennessy. Welcome to the Heavy Rollers Podcast. The intro was dope, you know.
I do like the intro.
Mm-hmm.
It is windy now.
Hell yeah.
It was not windy the whole time we were setting up.
I'm telling you, like, any podcast involving me, there's always some kind of background noise or some kind of noise thing. No matter what, no matter, like, if we have video, if we have audio, like, even on the back when I used to do the morning beer, you'd hear stuff in the background, and like I was in the middle of clean, and you hear as soon as I press record, like a motorcycle gang will drive by the house, and I had this badass recorder. That's all I had, and and my room was literally right in front of the house, so it's like right next to the road, and we were right off the highway, so it was like, ooh, and you see like a whole like Sons of Anarchy driving through there, and you're like, Jax, really?
Jax.
And there used to be a car, a blue Honda Civic hatchback. And it was like one of them street racing, like Paul Walker looking things. And he would drive by every goddamn time. Every time. It was always him. I said, I want to get him on the podcast. And I never had a chance. Because I would cuss that dude every day. But yeah. So anyway, how you been, man?
Tired.
I feel that.
Long days.
Yeah, I saw you were up there yesterday morning in the freezing ass cold. 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Yeah, it was.
I woke up to pee and I saw you were there.
It was like 5:30.
Yeah, something like
It
that.
was like 5:30 in the morning. I didn't get out till 1:30. Yeah, long day yesterday.
Saturday too.
And then I worked on Friday for a couple hours, but
yeah, yesterday was.
I haven't been too bad. Just
There comes the wind. Here comes the wind.
Just busy with work, man.
I
don't have time. Like, I have time to go do things, but not like the things I want to go do.
Yeah,
because then I just don't have time to sleep or shit like that.
I had found a ride to Wednesday morning jiu-jitsu, and so I might start doing some mornings.
Good.
Because that's my favorite time to do it anyway. My favorite time to do stuff is in the morning.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm not in bed yet, or I'm waking up and I'm like, well, fuck, I'm up, you know. But
yeah, I was gonna go to Jesse's last week, but man, I was filthy from work. I mean,
I still want to go to his.
Now my skin color did not match my skin color. I was full of dirt. I mean,
were you white? Like
no,
chalky
I was
white, like concrete?
Yeah.
It might have helped you on Wednesday.
Like all that, like that.
Damn.
Like the sidewalk.
Yeah.
My skin was gray as shit.
I hate concrete for that reason.
I had to take 2 showers for that to come off. Like, I didn't want to go to Jesse's gym. Like,
yeah,
sweating all the concrete everywhere.
You know how it is in jiu-jitsu. Like, hygiene is one of the most important things.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Like, when you roll with someone that stinks, and I have before, and they're not at the gym no more. But I rolled with this dude one time that was there, and he didn't smell too good, and I was like, oh, well, you know, and I was like, oh, and it's just like, you know, you're like, I don't want to get your stink on me, you know. But speaking of the gym, man, they had promotions the other day, and
yeah,
congratulations to everybody got their.
Congrats to everybody who got belts or stripes.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't paying attention to.
I know who got some different belts and stuff like that, and I'm really proud of them and stuff. And I think it's pretty dope. I can't wait to see them. But like, yeah, it's pretty dope, man. Like, you know, I love to see people prosper in jiu-jitsu. Like, there's a guy I know. I met him I used to work with his little brother at IHOP, or his big brother, and his sisters too. And he just added me on Facebook, and he was like, you know, and I haven't seen him in years, you know what I'm saying? But like, me and him were cool when he would come in IHOP, you know. and he went across seas and did some competitions, IBJJF,
Yeah.
and he went over to like Britain or somewhere, or like France or some one of the places over there, and won his he's blue belt, won his competition. He won like I think every competition so far he's been in. He's there right now too. I don't want to say his name or nothing like that because he probably don't even listen, but like it's definitely like it's weird, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, dang, dude, like me and that dude have something we like in common, but back then we didn't really know that, but we just talked and stuff like that. He'd come see his brother and stuff at work, and he'd be like, hey, what's up, man? And they said he was kind of into jiu-jitsu then, but I guess he like stopped going for a while or something. And then he just like now he's a blue belt, and he's just like, dude's apparently he's a badass. I've seen like they showed one of his rolls, and I was like, hey, okay, like with him and his coach and stuff. I saw all these pictures on his Facebook, and I'm like, damn, bro. And it gives you it gives me that itch. You know, I'm like, oh, I need to be in there. I need to be in there. I need to be in there. You know, because I don't even care about belts and all that. For me, it's for therapy. But like, rolling's so fun. I did have a jiu-jitsu related question for you. I don't know if it might be too early to ask it, but I'm just going to do it anyway. You think the UFCBjj has helped jiu-jitsu or not?
I think we asked this one before. Like
I might have. But like where it is right now, of course. Because I've noticed like I don't know. It's like it didn't blow up as big as I thought it would.
UFCBjj?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the one with Mike Mussolini and all them.
Yeah.
Autistic dude.
Yeah, I think it has. It's brought it to more mainstream. More people actually get to see it.
Yeah, I could see that.
The announcers make it easy for new people to kind of understand what the moves are and what's going on. But I think it's a good thing. I haven't kept up with it.
I haven't kept up with I haven't watched this since December. But like I don't know. It's like at first it seemed cool.
Since the first season.
Yeah, it seemed cool. The first season seemed like it was the best. Because now it just seems like it's UFC events on YouTube for free. But it's like I don't know, man.
Is it still going on?
I think so, but they're not having one yet. But I think the fifth one will be coming up pretty soon.
Damn, there's already a fifth one?
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of rushing it.
Shit, I don't know.
You know, and like because the first season it was like they're all living in this house, they're all doing this and this, and then they kind of downplayed that, and then they kind of like it seemed like they rushed it to me. Like I don't know, like and
what did they do in the second season? They didn't do it.
They just had like a big thing, like a big fight. You know, they had like a fight card, and of course, you know who was like one of the champions? Andrew Tackett.
Yeah.
Him and his brother were there, and they go to what's that gym in Austin? Fight Factories. So hell yeah, the one Mario goes to.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
I didn't know they already did
4 seasons. I think they did 4 of them already.
Shit.
Because the second, third, and fourth were all like just I think they might have just did 3. I don't know. No, they did 4, I think. But like they were just like events, like fight events.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be like the first one where like everybody's kind of working together and you're showing their training, and then at the end of the episode they'll have like a fight, you know?
Yeah, like they did the first one.
They did the first. I like that. You know, I thought that was dope. But only thing I didn't like, I said before in the podcast that I didn't understand. I didn't too much care for about it was there was no heavyweights. Like, there's no heavy rollers in there. You know what I'm saying? Like
it probably won't be for a while.
Yeah, I feel like that's true.
So it's like later.
Yeah. Well, like until they can find like a heavyweight like you or Jesse that can move fast. But
I mean, a lot of those guys don't want to be stuck in a contract with the UFC.
That's true. I wouldn't either.
Because then they can't do the other competitions they want to do because they're stuck doing
CGI and
they're stuck doing that and that only.
That's another question I was asked. What do you think will be what is your dream jiu-jitsu tournament? Like CGI, IGJF, what's the other one? The one Gordon Ryan's at.
Oh, ADCC.
ADCC. Sorry, I've been up all night. Pardon. Or UFCBjj. I feel like
I don't know, CGI.
Yeah. I was about to say CGI.
I don't know. I guess it would be CGI, and then I'd have to go ADCC, and then there is some good IBJJF ones out there.
Hell yeah. I would have to I guess with me, I'd probably have to lose a lot of weight. But I don't ever complain. Attend on fighting anyway or competing because like my brother made a good point one day. He's like, you don't need to compete in nothing. Because back when I was going to jiu-jitsu a lot, I was like, man, I might do a competition. And then my brother goes, dude, he goes, you're too old. I said, what do you mean? He goes, man, he goes, you fought enough in your life. He goes, growing up, that's all you did was fight. And
It's different though.
I was like, that's what I told him. I said, well, street fights are not like jujitsu.
Yeah, it's
You know, I mean, you can use jujitsu in the street, but
it's a different thing, though.
mm-hmm.
I mean, there's people in their 70s
that are doing it.
They're still doing competitions.
Yeah.
So I mean, really.
But
I mean, if you wanted to do it,
I don't know more, but like when I first started, and when me and Skylar were going like every day, and like, and then me and you were going on the weekends, and then we were going sometimes in the mornings too. Right before I got my stripe, I actually thought about it because I was starting to get like a weird standing limit to me where I was moving better than I ever had been, and which I still can do things that I never could do before jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know, like I was working out with Skylar, and he was showing me how to do like a triangle. And I went and did a triangle, and it didn't hurt like it did the first time I tried to do a triangle when I first
like
started
your flexibility is better.
Yeah, like my hips are still not as flexible as they should be.
Yeah,
but like because like even Keith was like, it's funny, like your hips are not that flexible, but your arms are like just and wrists are crazy. And I'm like, I know, dude, it's weird. Like, but
flexible wrist.
Yeah, and many people have told me that, but I was just like, I've been putting wrist locked a lot in my life, so.
I know I really need to go, but
yeah, I feel that.
It's just
hard with work.
That was hard with work, but going back to productions, like I'm physically using my body again, lifting up bags or doing this, doing that, and
we're not the kind of people that have like regular jobs. Like there's some people that like go, and I don't want to diss anybody, but they can go every day because, you know what I'm saying, like their job is not like, oh, you got to work these certain hours.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, like us, we got to work, like you got to work like pretty much all day, plus the early morning, and I got to work pretty much all evening and all night. So it's like when class is going on, I've been at work for like a couple hours, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like I'm already up for 14, 15 hours.
Yeah, by the time it starts.
Well, no, I mean, by the time I get out of work, I'm already up for 13 hours, and then I got to drive all the way home, and then fight my urge not to go to sleep.
Last Monday, I didn't even come out of my room. I wasn't even up 13 hours. I just put my phone, don't disturb, and chilled. But not like I was thinking about that today. I was like, man, because me and my homeboy were talking. Well, Skyler, I was gonna say it, and we were talking. And he was like, we can go back. He goes, but we might have to do mornings, bro, because at his job they work. He works nights too.
Yeah.
He works till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he's like, by the time I get home, every time to take a shower and just go straight to the gym. Might as well do it. And I told him, I said, well, I'll come home. I get home around 10 o'clock most times, 10:30. I'll probably just take a small nap and wake up and fucking get take a shower and go,
Yeah.
I'd rather be doing stuff, start my day doing something like that anyway. Well, unless I was off that day, then I wouldn't mind going to the night class rather. But
yeah, it's just for me, it's
well, yeah, because your job is
physically demanding.
I've had physically demanding jobs, and you don't want to do shit, bro. Like you're broke down. And it's not that you're lazy. You're just like, fuck, I just literally put 13, 14 hours into lifting these fucking heavy shit and running around and like just doing like, manual labor and being on my feet all day. I don't want to like,
Even when I come home and like shower and change and all head to Jesse's, even then, like,
yeah, I don't know how you do it.
Fighting the urge of like, I'll just stay home. Like that is so hard. Like even like if I try to go to a Tuesday class, they're not until 5:30 the same time as Jesse's. Yeah. I'm up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 sometimes, and then just trying to like stay awake at work and then stay awake on the drive home from work. It's just a lot, man. It's just
that's what I'm saying. Like me, I'm the kind of I guess I'm really lazy, but I have like my sleep apnea makes it to where I'm like tired all the time.
Yeah.
And so like when I get done working all day, even at my job, that's not as physically demanding as yours. I mean, the only thing bad about my job is I stay on my feet, running around all day, but I'm not doing what you're doing. Like you're working your ass off. Yeah. I'm fucking talking shit and and like being weird.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not saying my job ain't hard. I do deal with like fucking mentally idiotic people, and I do
deal with customers.
Yeah, but like after work, sometimes I'm just fucking wiped out,
Yeah.
and I don't really sleep that good anyway. So it's like I'd be just sitting there falling asleep. I was like, how does he like drive? I know my buddy Marcus has sleep apnea too. He used to be driving, he'd be falling asleep. And I used to do the same thing sometimes.
Oh
Like,
no, there's times where I've passed out in the car for like
Mm.
a couple seconds and woke
Ooh.
up and I'm like, oh,
like you do it, man. Like so, it's commendable.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's not fun. It's
not
not.
fun.
It's not easy.
The best
but
part is going to the gym itself, I guess.
Yeah,
You know, get on the mat.
I need to force myself to get back to it. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
But yeah. Hopefully, I'm making my return Wednesday. So you know, what I'm saying, I'm feeling a lot better. My knees are feeling better. My heart's feeling better. You know, just,
I'm not gonna promise that I'm gonna heal all the time, but
I'm not going to promise either because I have to hitch rides with people. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like when we go in the mornings like that, I understand if you don't feel like going in the morning. Like we were going to go Monday,
yeah,
but I was like, bro, it's
Yeah,
going to be 26 degrees.
yeah, it's been cold the last couple, like the
And
last week.
I'm a bitch. I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, look, I might be big, but like when my grandpa's cousin used to always say, it's just more of me to get cold.
Yep.
And I'm like, look, man, I'm a big dude, but like last night I was waiting on my ride and I had to wait an hour and a half in front of my job. It was 35 degrees. I'm in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt because my jacket's fucking dirty, you know. And I didn't wear it last night, but now I definitely got to clean it because I left it at someone's house and I spilled Hennessy on it. So I'm sitting here just like jacketless, you know, just freezing. And I was like, I told him last night while I was sitting out there waiting. I said, bro, no offense. He goes, what's up? I said, I'm not going in the morning. And he goes, really? I said, bro, it's gonna be 20 something degrees, dude. Like, you don't understand. Like, I'm Mexican, bro. Like, I'm like, you know, I can't stand that kind of weather. Mexicans aren't made for that kind of weather. We're made for the desert and the ocean and the tropics and shit,
I don't
man.
know if that has anything to do with it.
I mean, I feel like it is, you know. I had my white guy voice on Wednesday though.
I bet you did.
When Ice was in town.
I bet you.
I told you what I did at 7-Eleven. I was ducking behind the counter,
No.
and that white lady and that white man goes, what's going on? Because the whole town was quiet until like 5 o'clock. And I go, I'm hiding from Ice. But, you know, it's not funny, but I do pray for everybody that did get captured. And I do also pray for the people that were talking trash about people that get captured. You got to pray for your enemies too. That's what Jesus would do, you know. But I was, you know, one of my customers was like, he pulled over and goes, damn, I thought they would have got you. My friends were hitting me up. Hey, you better bring your ID. 5 people hit me up. Have your ID on you, brother. I don't know if I hit you up or not. I know I hit my mom up. I was like, Mom, be careful. My mom's white.
Yeah, she is white.
Yeah, when Kathy gave me a ride to my work that day, I was sitting there. We're riding in the car, and I had my bandana on, you know, and everything, and I'm just riding, had my hand hanging out, and we pulled into the store, and the highway patrolman drove by, and I'm like, oh no. But he didn't stop. That's what they're doing. They were stopping, and then they were like, oh, if they're illegal, if they thought you were illegal, they're gonna stop.
Yeah.
So, you know, big shout out to the highway patrol. But, you know, they were stopping, pretty much stereotyping people. And I was like, but I'm glad they didn't mess with me though. And that one was staring at me, and I was like, dude, if you come over here and mess with me, I'm gonna talk trash. I'm gonna talk trash.
I mean, once they run your ID,
that's what I'm saying. They're gonna find out I have a warrant out of Mar Falls and take me to jail, but they're not gonna take me back to Mexico. But I wish they would, because I'd be like,
you wouldn't know what to do over there.
Oh, dude, it'd be awesome. So many Latinas. I mean, y'all want citizenship or what? Nah.
Yeah, you know how hard it would be for you to come back.
Yeah.
One, you don't have a passport.
No, I'll come back. I'd like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll make a phone call, and my people know people, you know what I'm saying, that know people, and they'll get me back here, you know, so I'll be back here faster than ice can, like, in their eyes, man. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people, you know, like, I know things and people and stuff like that. And, I mean, I don't personally know them, but my people know people, you know. They probably take my cell phone away. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, they do. They confiscate all your shit.
Well, I can't look up porn or nothing.
You would go to San Antonio for
oh man,
however long, and then they're like, "Oh,
I'm talking to like 5 women in San Antonio, so
You would be in a detention center.
Oh, have you seen that movie, Born in East LA? With Cheech Marin?
Yeah.
That would be me. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, what if ICE comes and get me and Steven?
I was thinking about that one time. I was like, I wonder where they'd take if
Yeah.
even if they didn't believe it, whatever.
Yeah, like
one of my buddies was like, oh dude, they take you back to Pakistan. I was like, fuck you. I'm not even that.
I told my coworker text me, she was like, please be careful. They called me in early that day. She goes, please be careful and bring your ID. And I was like, I ain't got my papers though. And she was like, wait a minute, you're not legal? I said, no. And she goes, oh my God, dude. I was like, how do you not? You know my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like she worked with my mother. People are crazy. But yeah, one of my customers like, I thought they would have got you. I mean, it kind of. I'm taking everything lightly because this podcast is not political, but I was pissed off that day. And I don't know if you've seen my Snapchats or nothing that day.
I think we have made this podcast political a few times.
Sometimes. I don't like to get too deep though. And after Wednesday, I decided to take a break from politics.
Yeah, pause it. I'm gonna close this door so they don't get off.
I want to pause it for a second.
I didn't want the dog.
Well, we had another plane crash. No, I'm kidding.
I didn't want the dog to bark in the background at that lady. I'm sorry she hasn't called the cops on me yet.
The typical Kingsland boomers.
Yeah.
The Fox News and look.
I hate that. I don't hate many people, but I hate that old lady. I'm sorry, people, but like, she threatened to beat my dogs one time.
Oh yeah, you don't do that.
And she had her fucking stick, and I told her I was gonna shove that stick up her fucking ass. She ever threatened my dogs again, and I said I'm gonna do something worse to your fucking husband. I said I figured I could find out where you live, and yeah, I'm sorry she hasn't called the cops on me yet.
There was the Kingsland boomer. I'm gonna tell you about this creature. They're whatever our president says, they're all for it. And they're just as bad as the another prototype I ran into in Killeen called the Killeen Liberal, which listened to instead of Fox News they had CNN, which is just as bad. I mean, either news guys don't listen to the news stations. Listen to us, okay? Like listen to the Heavy Rollers podcast. Don't listen to Fox or CNN. We're cool.
Don't listen to us for your political shit.
Yeah, don't listen to us on political stuff, but for cool stuff, yeah.
We're not politics. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I actually am gonna run for a seat.
You should run.
I'm thinking about running for like something here in Kingsland.
You should run for mayor in Kingsland.
That'd be crazy. Because I think I can.
You think you can get the votes?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if I get the votes, but like a lot of people like me at the liquor store, and I'm smart. I mean, the way these roads look.
Yeah,
that's something to stand on right there all alone.
Roads are pretty shitty here.
And how the police should break down on all the crackheads everywhere. And the stray dogs.
Those are meth heads. They're not.
Yeah.
There's no crackheads.
There is a difference because I called a meth head a crackhead one time. He's like, it's meth, not crack. And I was like, oh, my bad. I didn't
say it's different. You can't say crack. It's
meth. I've never done crack, so I don't know. But I thought about I want to run for something. You know what I'm saying? Just to just to put my voice out there and to put people's voices out there because they're clearly not listening. But that's how far I'm gonna go. But I just want to get the regular guy's voice out there. People like us.
You got my vote.
Not some rich guy who lives in Horseshoe Bay or some rich person. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Or somebody that's been out of touch with reality, like a boomer or something like that. Like
this lady's really nice. I like this lady. She brought me cookies one time. Dude,
how you doing?
Some of the best cookies I ever had.
Heck yeah. But yeah, and I was like, so like the prototype is like my stepdad, for instance. He's like one of them, hardcore, Republican.
Oh, is he really?
Very.
I don't think I've ever actually.
He's cool.
I've seen your stepdad in passing, but I've never talked to him.
He's cool, but he has he's like a early 2000s kind of boomer kind of guy.
How old is he?
Well, he's 60 something, but he's a boomer. But I'm not hating on them. I like their generation's music and I like their way of thinking, but they did also kind of run the country into the ground. and they also like they have like a certain belief system, and they're just like you're wrong. You don't know. You didn't know what we're going. They're the most selfish generation there is. Boomers. You know what I mean? I think the best generation that are alive right now is
there's some boomers like that, and then there's some
there's some that are dope.
Just really don't give a fuck about what really happened.
The ones that annoy me the most, and everybody's gonna get mad about this, are the old hippies. Like the ones that come in my store and they all have that THC infused drink, man. Anybody that like is over 30 and their whole identity is about marijuana, get out of my face. I'm tired of it. Grow up, do something else. I'm tired of hearing about it. And look, I might take a hit every once in a while, but I'm just saying. But the boomers that are like that, like in the 60s, they were like getting high, and now they're like too cool and they're judging us, Oh, these millennials. They think everybody is millennials. Past Gen X.
I don't think I've ever met one like that.
Like my stepdad's like, or like the other day, he's like, y'all need to pull y'all's pants up. It's like, not everybody wears tight jeans. Like, what are you talking about? Like, pull your pants up.
I remember when sagging was a
big
huge thing.
Oh yeah, I used to be bad about
it. Same.
Like I used to be that guy where everybody saw my underwear. It was always hanging down here. You know what I'm saying?
Like pants like 6 times too big for you.
Mm-hmm. It started with like elephant jinkos, and then went to Dickies.
What about Echo?
I had Echo shirts. I had that was one of my favorite brands. That one, my buddy always wore South Pole.
Yeah.
And I always wore Echo or Polo. Like the polo shirts, and like it was like little polo. But I wear like the gangsta one. I wouldn't wear like the preppy kids in my school. They wear theirs all tight. Well, the other, us gangsta stoner dudes would wear ours all baggy and, and our Dickies and like, K-Swiss shoes or like Doc Martens or something like that. Or what else did I have? I had like cowboy boots too, though, but.
You didn't wear them very often?
Actually, back then I wear them a lot.
Really? Not no more then.
No, I don't have any more right now, but it's hard to find a size 15. Back then I wore a size like 13 and a half.
I know. I'm a 14.
Yeah, if you're over a size 12 in this area, you can't find a decent shoe unless you go order online. I've noticed. Because you go to Walmart. Oh, you can go to Walmart. Damn, I have a size 14 there. And you're like, yeah, but look at that fucking shoe. Well, the ones you were telling me about last week were actually pretty cool. They're comfortable feeling. I might get a pair of those.
Oh, these?
Yeah, I think it's those.
Yeah.
But I was trying to look for some like shoes for crews for work or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, these are so ugly and they're like so tight and.
The fuck is that beeping noise?
I don't know.
You hear it?
I thought I heard it once, but I was talking. Oh, now I heard it.
Yeah, I keep hearing it in the back.
You know what it is? That evil lady walked by that good lady. And like good and evil almost like collided. If you think about it, man. Because you could tell that lady that was the first one walking was evil.
Hey, she's a mean lady.
She was like stomping.
Very, very mean lady.
She's like, she has that old people boomer entitlement.
I know she walks like way down there, comes back. And
yeah.
She's like over here somewhere.
I saw her one time when you're giving me a ride back over here. Yeah, I was with you, and and she was walking over there. Yeah. And I was like, damn.
No, she walks a good distance, but
she was. That's what I'm saying. Like that's Satan can walk a good distance too, though. You're like, she just glared at us. I'm like,
no, she wouldn't even look at me.
She glared at me. I waved, and she like looked at me. I was like, okay. It's because I'm fat and pretty. Because your husband don't look this good, girl. What's up?
You don't want.
Not an old ass like people. I don't know. I've just been annoyed with old people lately, bro.
I try to respect most.
I do too. Like,
I try, but then there's a few I'm like, I think you should live in a home and never come outside ever again.
There's a few that are like very, like one came in my store, and he had no idea how to run the credit card machine, and so I had to walk him through. And then I was like, well, what's your credit card code? He's like, I don't know. You know? Like, how do I know your credit card code? So I was like, just.
I worked at food stores and I ran into people like that. And I'm like,
yeah.
Just press the green button again.
That's what I told him.
Just run that shit as credit, bro. Either way, you're going to get charged.
I was like, bro, what are you doing? And they'll look at you like you're fucking up. And then this old man was trying to tell me, he didn't understand what I was trying to say. Same with my friend I was hanging out with last night. I was trying to explain the same thing to her. And so I'm going to explain it on the podcast. So a lot of people, as we know, the pennies are not being made no more. It's too expensive to make pennies.
I saw that.
Supposedly.
They've been trying to get rid of that for a while.
They have been. And this is the theory. This is my theory. Because you know how we all receive our stuff on credit card now? Our paychecks and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so my theory is in the next 30 years, or even 20, maybe 10, they're going to start getting rid of all the change and all the dollar bills. And in order to usher us into a new age where we have to depend on credit cards. So your paycheck goes on credit card. Then the next step is going to be, people don't understand, is Bitcoin. They're going to find a coin where everybody, like, they're going to make a cheap coin and they're going to bring it in. I think they're going to like pick an African country and use that coin to save it and make it a wealthy country. And then everybody's like, I need to buy into that coin. And they're going to start buying into it, and that's going to be the whole one world currency. It is a crypto. Because no one knows who really made crypto or Bitcoin. And that's kind of like what I think is. I think the U.S. government, or a lot of governments are behind it. But like, and I try to explain this to this old man because he was like, I don't understand why we had to use cards and we can't use, like, and cash is getting out obsolete. And I explained that to him, and he just looked at me. Oh, but like that, it's kind of ushering it towards that. If you like, if you watch the stocks and everything, of course, Bitcoin's going to hit a roof one day and drop again. Because what the U.S. government's going to do, this is my theory, they're going to make that coin and everybody's going to buy into it, right? And you're going to have a lot of money into it, and then they're going to go like this. I don't know if it's the U.S. government or the one world government. They're going to pull that rug out from under that motherfucker and take all the money from everybody. Because people do that when they make coins.
How long have you been thinking about this?
A couple months. I've been doing a lot of like, my brother does a lot of like research on that stuff, and we talk about it, and that's kind of something we've been talking about a lot of.
Yeah, because you went into depth.
Yeah, my bad.
Like you spent some time looking into this.
Because like I've like, okay, so my brother, one of my brothers, he invested in coins.
Yeah.
And so he invested, and the people, like, what they did was they waited till it got to a certain amount and pulled the rug out from under it and stole all the money. And I think that's what the one world government's going to do to us when we invest into that new coin they're going to make up and make it sound like it's the greatest thing in the world. Yeah. And they're also going to do it to Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure, one day.
Probably. And
everybody that was invested in it that didn't pull out will be dead broke. The only thing that's going to be worth anything in the future, and always will be worth something, is the gold standard. And they don't want us into that for some reason. That's kind of why they, something happened to a certain president in another country, and we went over there and, because he wanted to stay with the gold standard. But I don't know. This has been some things I've been thinking about and reading on and stuff. And I wanted to make my own Bitcoin for the podcast. And
I remember you talking about.
I mean, we weren't going to pull it out from anybody, but I just wanted to be something that, like, for like people to be like, that's pretty cool. Like it's only 2 cents or something. Just throw it in there, man. And that's kind of something I wanted to do. But
so you think they're going to take away the actual
cash,
like hard cash, like
eventually.
Paper.
Eventually, they're going to do it, yeah, because it's easier to track people with credit card and all that stuff. And like, because it's on your credit card when you get paid, your paycheck will hit, and then you also put savings there. You can do anything in the world with that, like these phones and the credit cards. Like I have my phone right now. I don't even have to go spend money. I don't have my cards or nothing on me. I can just tap my phone. So I think they're gonna like literally do something where they're gonna like easier to control us and track us. It's like the mark of the beast kind of thing. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm kind of an idiot, but that's just stuff I look into and I always think about. And the only reason why I have that opinion about the future is because I read patterns and I also see what they can do with it. And I'm like, oh,
so explain this to me. What patterns do you see that?
Like I see people like they'll buy into like coins, for instance, like Dogecoin, and then Elon Musk will tweet something and it goes up, right? And then he pulls the rug out from under and takes all the money, and the people that invested lose their money. And I believe that that's what they're going to do to get us all to like be poor and stuff, to get us to invest and take all of our money, and all the rich people will still be rich and all the poor people will still be poor.
That's been the same thing since
and it's
forever,
as old as time. It really is. But yeah, because it's crazy. Like, it costs more to make pennies than it's worth. It's like 5 cents to make a penny or something like that, I think, or something like that. Or it's like $1.50.
5 cents
Or something. I don't know. It takes a lot more than 1 cent to make a penny. And that's gonna be the excuse for the dime, and the excuse for the nickel and the quarter and the ones. Yeah.
Yeah, copper is pretty expensive.
I know a bunch of guys that can strip copper out of a house in like freaking 20 minutes, dude.
Yeah, but it's
my cousins.
But the copper is still expensive.
That's true.
Makes sense.
That's true. I remember my homeboy got arrested for stealing copper.
Yeah, it's a felony.
Well, he worked at the junkyard, and they were bringing in like the power lines.
Yeah.
And they have copper in them, and so like in the wires, and so he would steal a bunch of those wires at night when everybody leave. This was like 20 years ago, and so he'd come over to the house, but hey, I need y'all to help me strip this copper. I'm like, why? Where are you getting all this copper at? And so he'd strip them, then bring it back and sell it back to him. And so I was helping him strip them, and then one day like I was like, hey, where's so and so? I ain't gonna say his name, loser. And they're like, oh, he got arrested for stealing copper, and I was like, oh, yeah, you know, they were looking into it, and who's all involved, and I was just like, oh, me and my best friend looked at each other, we're like, we didn't know he was doing that, because this dude was like a crackhead. He was like getting his car and hook a trailer up to it on his days off and ride around and collect junk from people, but he'd make a killing. I went with him a few times. I made $90 in one day, like back when I was 17.
Damn, man.
I was like, man, this is better than selling weed, bro. You just drive to someone's house.
Just as dangerous, though.
Yeah. Like you drive to someone's house, but hey, man, knock on the door, but hey, I see you got a lot of junk there. You want us to haul it off for you? Yeah. Damn. I thought about doing that as a job, but all the tweakers are doing it. Most of my family. Hell yeah.
Jesse just texted me.
Nice. Yeah. I haven't talked to Jesse in forever.
I think I talked to Jesse.
That's the dude, bro. Like, he's cool as hell. I remember at first he thought I was autistic.
Jesse's got me through some hard times lately.
Jesse's, I've been...
Even though I don't see him all the time, like I used to when I worked with them or did jiu-jitsu with them. Like,
yeah.
It's... I don't know why. I don't know if it's just more of a brother thing now. Like,
yeah, I can
go to him with anything, and it doesn't have to be at the gym to talk to him. Like, we'll go have drinks sometimes or dinner.
I'm always afraid to reach out to y'all, because this week I was going through some things too. I don't want to say it on the podcast, and I was thinking about some things, and I was like, but I always think about like, I can't let them down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you guys to think, oh, well, he just gave up. He's a loser. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I'll think about, like, you know, like you, Skylar, you know what I'm saying? Even Jesse, my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And all my people, my boy Jacob and stuff like that. And I think about all my people, and I'm like, man, I got to keep going.
Yeah.
Even though it's hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to talk.
It's very hard. You know, I'm like, I don't want to burden them with my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? No one cares. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I kind of learned. Like, I was telling my mom last night. She was like, you don't talk as much as you used to. And I was like, Mom, I mean, I still talk a lot, but I don't talk about my feelings and stuff like I used to. And I'm like, I said, Mom, I learned one thing. And she's like, what's that? I said, no one gives a shit. And she looked at me and she's like, you're absolutely right. I said, everybody else got their own stuff going on. You can't burden somebody with your depression or whatever you have going on, unless you feel like you can. But there's only one person that like I can sometimes, but I even don't want to do it then. Like, I'm the kind of guy I just like I used to be that kind of guy, but man, I'm feeling down. But now I'm like, are you good? Oh, fuck yeah, I'm good. You know, and I just kind of like fight through it myself, like where I'll think about like all my people and stuff, and I'm like, man, I gotta keep going for them. Like, I'm the I know I'm not the greatest or whatever, but like I feel like in my head I'm always the main character. So like I'm like, dude, you can't give, like, you know, so you watch Dragon Ball Z, Goku don't give up. You know what I'm saying? You watch, you know, Naruto didn't give up, even though he had everything against him. So I'm like, I gotta do what I gotta do too. So yeah. I know I'm almost a 40-year-old man talking about anime, but that's kind of what I learned that shit from. You know, that growing up. You know,
I don't think people really care.
Yeah,
how old you are if you still talk about anime.
I don't really talk about it. If
it brings you enjoyment, then it brings.
But like, I'll watch it. I'll watch sometimes. I don't watch it like I used to when I was younger, but I'll watch it sometimes, and it's like when I'm bored. Like today, I watched the episode of Naruto, just, you know, like just because, you know what I'm saying, when I first got home this morning, and then I went to sleep for a little bit, and it was like No, I didn't. No, it wasn't when I got home because I didn't have my phone.
Yeah.
That was yesterday when I got home. But I was I watch them sometimes, but I'm not really big into it because I'm a grown man, and that's just weird. But like when I was a kid, I was into it, and I would literally be like, "Oh, you can't give up. We can't give up because, like, I was that kid that was like, what would like Goku wouldn't give up, and he wouldn't put up with bullies. I got beat up one time because I saw his nerd getting beat up, and I tried to stop him and try to power up, and fucking fight him.
Yeah.
And these 5 dudes beat the shit out of me, and they were in 8th grade, and I was in 6th grade. And the guy that were beating up, I think it was in 8th grade too. Like I remember him running off, going, "You're an idiot." Like he said, "You're an idiot," and he's running off. Like, and I'm just standing there, and they're surrounding me. And I'm like, okay, well, I know on Dragon Ball Z, he just like does KO Ken, and I'm ready. I'm like, ah! And I'm, no.
That doesn't work.
But it's funny. We're talking last week. I listened to the podcast from last week, yesterday.
Yeah.
After my coworker left, I put it in my ears at work and listened to it. Our podcast from last week, and you said something, and you said, "Are we allowed to say the R word because we're how do you say it? We're not very smart." But like he's like, "Can we say the R word?" This is my theory. It's like black people with the N word. They can say it, but we can't, right?
Yeah.
I think we could say the R word because we are. Because we're retarded. We could say it because we are, but other people can't say it. You feel me? I was thinking about that in the shower earlier.
we self-diagnosed ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, people tell me all the time there's something wrong with me.
Oh yeah, I get it all the time.
They're like, "Oh, what's wrong? Well, you're dumb. Why you?" I don't think we're dumb. You know what it is? We're not numbed down by society.
Makes sense. I can see it though.
Because like people, like everybody in society they go to work, go home, they sit around, they watch The Voice, what I'm saying, like, and they don't have no opinions. Like, the man comes home from work, sits in his car just with a gun in his hand, hoping he can have the nerve to do it one day. And then he comes in and his wife's sitting on the couch, eating a tub of ice cream. She's about 600 pounds. And that's normal for America, right? And also all these little trends that come up, so we don't follow them. And so people think we're dumb or there's something wrong with us because they don't understand us. Because we're not dull. We're not numbed down. Like I would rather, I'm out here, doing dumb shit all the time. Like
they're just different.
Yeah. Like I'm making jokes all the time and I'm thinking and people are like, "What's wrong? Why are you thinking like?" And I'm just like, "Dude, like, what are you talking about?" They're like, "No, why do you think like that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Like my brain goes to different places, and like it's weird.
I'm an overthinker.
Yeah, see, I really overthink things sometimes. Like if I say something wrong,
you'll think about it later,
and I'll think about it so much, and I'm like, "Dude, are they mad at me?" And y'all won't even be thinking about it.
Yeah, dude, I'm the same way, bro.
Like when we went to,
I'll say something and like 5 minutes later, I'm like, "Damn, why did I say that?"
When we went to Houston, I remember we were eating and I had said something, and you and Ashley were like, you know what I'm saying, and like, and then when I got home that same day, because we ate breakfast and we left on that Sunday.
Yeah.
And I got home, and I was thinking like, did I offend them, or are they mad at me, or they probably don't even want to hang out with me ever again? I guess the podcast can be canceled, and stuff like that starts going on in my head, like, and I'm like, everybody's just like, or like at the gym one time I had said something, I'm like, why did I say that? Like I was talking about something, and like, I had said, I don't know what I said, but it was ignorant. I think it was like, because even Mario was like, "Huh?" And I had to explain. No, what it was is like, where they were talking about like people labeling themselves genders, and I said, "Mine's it and that." That's what people call me. He's like, "What?" And I said, "Why would I say something like that? Like that's stupid."
Because you're trying to make a joke.
Yeah, but then I thought in my head, like, dude, they probably think I'm a dumbass, they think I'm a piece of shit. They, what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like, when I first started going to the gym, I didn't shit in that gym at all, and I barely used the bathroom there because I was so nervous about people smelling my fart or anything. And I overthought that, where everybody was going to like roast me because it's happened before. I was there one time training, and it was like we did the fundamental class, and then we did Mario's class and Jesse's class. Yeah. Like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And when Skylar was there, well, Skylar's wife was out front, and I remember like,
oh yeah,
we were doing the rolls.
Told her to take you
to the store to use the bathroom, and everybody's like, "Where's Derek going?" And like, because I rolled with Eric, and then I was like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, all right, man, what's right there? And I'm like, no offense, bro. If I go in that bathroom and poop right now, I'm gonna be the first person in triple threat history that's gonna knock everybody out at the same time. So I went outside and I got in the car, and Kathy took me all the way to a convenience store, and I used the bathroom there, and I came back, and then the class was almost over. Well, because like we did the class, and then everybody started doing rolls, and then I was like, dude, I got poop, man. I did one roll with Eric, and I was like, I can't do this. And
I remember you leaving.
yeah, and y'all are like, and then I came for the next class, of course. Then one time I left and came back, and I was like, and Jesse's like, I thought you weren't coming back because I went over to Walmart to use the bathroom. Like I was just that's just how I overthink, bro. I'm like, if I'm in there too long, they're gonna think I'm pooping. Everybody's gonna laugh at me. Everybody's gonna say how fat I am, and it's like, and it builds up in my head, and then it's like, maybe it is a kind of an autism. And I'm like, everybody's gonna judge me. No one gives a shit. No one's even like thinking about me. But in my head, they're thinking about like they're gonna roast me. You know, and like when I first got the rash guard, I was so like insecure about wearing it. You know, I was it kind of tight on me, and my stomach and I was so insecure about wearing it that I put a shirt over it. Like my first time when Eric brought me, he's like, "Oh, your rash guard came in," and I put a shirt over it. And then when my gi came in, I put a rash guard under it, and then I put the gi over it. I didn't want anybody, you know.
I mean, you're gonna put the gi over.
Yeah, regardless.
Yeah. So.
But like I remember that I was like so self-conscious about that, and the way I tied my belt too, because the belt's too small for me.
It's just a fucking belt, dude.
That's what I'm saying, and no one else noticed it. Like you know, you remember when I got my first stripe? I don't know if you were there, but I don't know if you heard what I said to Mario. I was like, well, by the time I get my next stripe, I learn how to tie the belt. That was my own insecurities. No one else said a word to me. But since there was other people in there too, I was like, I'm making triple threat look bad because I can't tie my belt. Like that's how it goes in my head, bro. Like it's really weird.
The belt is just something.
Yeah, that holds
that keeps your gi closed.
But I'm not gonna lie.
It's not even.
When I got that first stripe, I was kind of.
Yeah, I remember you felt unstoppable.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Well, at first I didn't feel like I deserved it, and then Eric set me straight. Yeah. And he's like, if Mario feels like you deserved it, then you deserve it. Because who are you to say that your professor wasn't right? I was like, you're right. I do deserve it. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a Super Saiyan now. And you know, I'm walking around there like, who wants to roll with me? Yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker. Look at this. Went home and showed my parents, and we went to that night when me and Skylar went to his brother-in-law's and his sisters and Kathy and everybody, and I brought the belt there and showed everybody, and they're like, because first I saw by my house, I dropped my gi and everything else I could change.
That first feeling of getting your first stripe is something different.
Yeah, a piece of tape. And I got home that night. I don't know if it was because I was drunk or not, but I was looking at that stripe and I started crying. I started tearing up. And like a piece of tape makes a grown man like me, a gangster, feel sympathetic because like it's a stepping stone, and you know,
even though most people are gonna do that.
Yeah, a lot of people join jiu-jitsu and what they're doing, like I'm doing now, being lazy. Like, you know what I'm saying, they don't make it to their first stripe, or you know what I'm saying, like they try their first day and they walk out. I've noticed, like, because you get that perception of yourself.
But you get humbled.
Yeah, I got humbled very fast.
You get humbled in a way you didn't think would happen. So your ego gets bruised, and you're like, I don't want to come back here. Like I shouldn't have let that happen. And
yeah.
Then you're just upset with yourself because you got beat by
when I walked in there,
somebody smaller than you.
Honestly, I didn't have much of an ego because I've already been all through my teens and my 20s, I fought a lot. Like I always got a lot. My whole solution was I was always been a nice guy, a loving guy, but if you piss me off enough, and it took a lot to piss me off. But once I got to that point, it's like, let's fight. We got to fight. There ain't no fucking talking it out. And so up until I was like 25, I was like that. And no, maybe like 23. But then I got into a fight before I moved back down here. Allegedly, somehow the guy was messing with me, and allegedly he got hit with a pull stick, and he got stomped on the ground at a certain MC club. But I told him 100 times to leave me alone, because I'm the kind of guy who's like, hey man, leave me alone, bro. Let's have a beer instead. Let's talk about it. Let's talk it out. I'll try to get out of a fight, but then when it's time to do it, it's time to do it. And I just kind of lost my cool. So I walk into jiu-jitsu, and I'm like, I know I'm not gonna be the best, but like, this ain't gonna be that hard. And the very first day, I just remember having Mario had us do warm ups, and everybody was wearing gis but me because I could, they weren't a gi. They're big enough for me. You remember I went through that struggle for like 6 months, and he turns up the heat. I'm like, this little man is crazy. I mean, I kind of like knew who Mario was because I've seen him like with Skyler at the competitions and stuff, and I talked to him a few times, and also he was friends with my brother Justin.
Yeah,
and he also was like my big brother Martin knows him and respects him a lot. So I was like, Martin and Justin talk highly of this guy. He has to be a cool ass dude.
Yeah.
And so I remember walking up there, and he's like, "Come on," because I was hesitating about stepping on the mat. I was about to just walk outside and smoke a cigarette and say, "No, I'm not doing this." And then I went in there. I remember doing the warm ups, and it was like 90 degrees in there. Oh, and I was like, "This is not that easy." And I was like, but then like then in the class, like Jorge and Mario helped me with a lot of the stuff we were doing. And then in the class, the first person I rode with was Jorge. And I was like, well, this ain't gonna be that. I mean, like, I'm twice this guy's size. I said, all I gotta do is like, what, sit on him? I'm cool. No. And then I think he was like a 3 or 4 stripe white belt or something. And he just like, he went Jorge on me and just freaking, he got me good. I was like, what is this?
I forgot about Jorge.
Yeah. I talked to him in the status the other day, but like, I miss that guy. Every time he comes back, me and him will roll. Like, that's just our thing. Like, we'll see each other, like, oh shit, let's roll, bro. Because he was my first roll. He was my first roll out of the gi and my first roll in the gi. Like, it's just a tradition we have. And I just remember, like, I'm like, this guy's a really nice guy and stuff. And like, everybody there was so helpful and nice. But I remember I went and sat down, and like, you came in, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I was like, I said, Jesse's gonna put me against this guy when I do his class. I bet you $20. And the next class was like Professor David's or something.
Yeah.
And the one that used to get us mixed up for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm bigger. I have gray hair. But because he was like, Steven. And I'm like, he's like, Steven. Like, huh? Steven's not here. You're Derek.
Yeah.
Like, are you doing it on purpose, bro?
Yeah, I didn't really care for that guy.
Yeah, he was kind of cool. I liked him just because he reminded me of like one of my teachers I had growing up. He kind of like didn't want to put up with shit with anybody, but like I respected him. But yeah, he was like definitely the only thing I got on my nerves was like, he got us mixed up a lot, And I was like, how Steven's beard's bigger? Like there's totally a difference. You can tell. Like, I mean, like you might look at us thinking we were cousins or maybe brothers or something, but like it's not like we're not. You definitely don't think we're the same person. I don't think.
Oh no, we're definitely different.
Yeah, but I remember when you walked in, funny as shit, because you were like, I was like, fuck, that's the guy Jesse's probably gonna put me against. God damn it! I was like, this guy, he's young, and I know if you gotta look mean. I was like, this dude's gonna whoop my ass.
So many people told me that, dude.
And I was like, God damn! But I watched that class. I watched y'all in that class, and I was like breathing hard and stuff. And Jesse said, "Proud of you, man." And everybody's like, "Proud of you," and I'm just like, and you walk up and shook my hand, and I was like, okay, at least.
Damn, that was a while back, dude. How do you remember that?
I always remember every time I first meet people that are important. Like, if someone that I don't like, that I don't think that's not that important to me, I won't ever like kind of remember the first meeting with them.
Shit, I can meet you, hang out with you the next day. I'm like, I don't remember that.
I remember like I remember weird details. I remember what someone's wearing sometimes. Like the first girl I ever fell in love with, I remember she was wearing a plaid red shirt with blue jeans, and she was wearing cowboy boots.
Damn, you definitely remember that.
And that was like 22 years ago.
Holy shit, dude, that's a while back.
I still talk to her too, but not on no Gucci stuff, just on chilling. But like, yeah, man, I remember a lot of shit. But but the fucked up thing is, I don't remember what I did yesterday. Or like when I woke up this morning, like when I woke up after I took that little nap, take a shower. I don't remember what I did before then.
Your short memory loss.
Yeah, but I can remember what I like. I was telling my brother Dylan a story about when I was in kindergarten, and he's like, "How do you remember that?" I was like, "Bro, I just do." Like I remember my principal in kindergarten. He had a Mr. Rogers vibe. He had a sweater on, but he hated Mexicans. The only reason why I say that because he only played with the Toy Story toys.
With what?
He only played with the Toy Story toys and then the toys.
Oh yeah.
He used to have toys in his office, and he let all the white kids play with them, but he let me play with them. No offense to white people, I'm just saying. They got to play. It was Marta Falls in the early '90s, bro. It wasn't as fun as it is now, or as woke.
You guys are gonna get me started.
I'm not going to get started on that because I will say some things I ain't supposed to say. But yeah, I was part of the Marble Falls back in the day. And I can remember that, like, a town back in the day. But like nowadays, I can't show you where anything's at.
Yeah, it seems like it changed a lot.
It changed a lot in the last 6 years, but even more in the last 10 or 15. Because the last 10 or 15 years, I've been moving around a lot. And I come back and stay for a year or so, whatever. This is the longest I stayed this last time. 3 years almost. Yeah. Wait a minute. How long you been here?
3 years.
Okay. Then I came right after you did. So
Been here.
I came May 10th.
January 1st.
Yeah. And I came May 10th.
2023.
Yeah. I came May 10th, 2023. Because it was my niece's birthday and it was 2 of my niece's birthdays. I remember it was May 10th. And I came back here and I was like, I was all excited to be back. You know, and then now I'm like, I mean, I like everybody here, you know, but you know,
yeah, no, I like.
It just there was things more convenient than.
No, I don't know, man.
Killeen for me. Because in Killeen, you just call an Uber and go anywhere you wanted. Order restaurants. Well, I got fat too. I was like 402 pounds when I moved here because I would just order restaurants all day long. And there was one day I remember I ordered taco casa 3 times on DoorDash. 3 times with the same meal. At 10 a.m. I ordered nachos. At 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. I ordered nachos. And at 7 p.m. I ordered nachos with a taco and a burrito.
From where?
Taco Casa.
Oh.
Those big ass nachos.
Yeah.
I used to love that place. That was my spot.
That's all right.
The one in Killeen, they used to know me. This is how bad it was. Every time I do laundry, I go there too. The laundromat's close to it. So I go through my laundry in the laundromat and stuff.
And the washer, and then you'd go get some food.
And then I go get some food and I'd be walking up and they'll start making my nachos. And they're like, "You want a taco today or a burrito?" And they'll hand me my large Dr. Pepper. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'll get both." But like, because I go to the laundromat.
You got me. Because
that laundromat was insane. I got into a fight. Like I got into a shoving match there with a crackhead because his girlfriend worked there and she was talking to me because she always talked to me when I went in there. And cause she was just a nice older white lady, you know, kind of pretty, but she was older. You can tell she was a crackhead too. And then like she had a husband or boyfriend. He was a black dude, and he was like all whacked out. And I remember they went in the back of this car, this Cadillac. This guy pulls up in a Cadillac with like 22s on it and stuff.
Yeah.
And they get in the back seat and they come out snorting and sniffling. And then they're like, and I'm like sitting there, and he's like, "What are you looking at?" He goes, "I'm tired of you looking at my old lady, man." I said, "I wanted your old lady, I would have had her, bro." And then he walked up to my face and I shoved him. But I'm just trying to do laundry and go eat taco casa, bro. Leave me alone.
Trying to have a relaxing day.
Yeah, I'm just trying to have a good time, bro. That was because I was off every Tuesday. And so like Tuesdays were taco casa, laundry, and I'd sit out there and smoke a Newport. And sometimes I'd take shots.
Good little shot.
Mm-hmm. I met a chick at the laundromat one time. She was cool.
Tired.
I'm kind of tired too. Not gonna lie.
It feels nice outside.
I know. It's supposed to cool down again, but I think it's 67 now or something like that. The weather is, I realize the older I get, the more I love talking about the weather. 61.
You like talking about the weather?
Yeah, like me and my cousin DJ, he would call me and we just talk about the weather, how the weather is up there, how the weather is down here. My buddy in Miami calls me and we talk about how the weather in Miami is to here. And my buddy I used to talk to my buddy in Cali, and he would tell us about the weather over there. Like I have a buddy that lives in LA. And
yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, he's cool as hell. He was the one that did that. I don't know if you ever seen my old podcast where I had that the AI generated version of me, but it was like old school AI. It was like that computer looking cartoon Derek. No, grab you a beer and a cigarette. I'll show you on my whatchamacallit. Oh, today someone's working on my face on my podcast, or not podcast, but on my group chat at work.
Whenever they.
That's what I'm gonna say. 1 second. They always go out, like all the girls go like extra. I'm just like, "Happy birthday, bro."
Even though it's all women.
Yeah, they know me, dog. They know me. Nice. They know me. They know how I am. My boss was like, "Really, Derek?" She deleted the message. Don't hate on me.
What is this, episode 3?
This is episode 3 of our of the new season, and episode 44 of the whole thing.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
We're getting it.
We're definitely we because a few times last year we couldn't do some episodes, but like I think like our consistency is really good for the most part, and people just need to stop crying. But like they got to realize like we're normal people. We're not rich famous people. We're not like famous jiu-jitsu
Some of us
athletes.
got other hobbies.
Some of us got other hobbies like I hike and what I'm saying, and I sleep with strange women and get drunk.
I go golfing now.
Mm-hmm. He golfs, and sometimes I go to church. But also, most of the time, our work schedule don't ever at all ever intertwine. It's like it's like my boss, your boss, and Skylar's boss gets together and says, let's not let Derek intertwine with Steven or Skylar's schedule at all, and unless it's Sunday.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, good idea. And my boss is like, don't worry, I'll keep Derek here every night. Nah, I don't. I ain't worried. I'd rather work that schedule honestly anyway. That or a mid shift. I don't want to open.
No.
Yeah, opening liquor stores suck. You get the old people crowd, the people that have been drinking alcohol since 1943, and they're impatient as hell. Why can't you just sell it to me now? I know it's 9:45. Yeah, because I'll get in trouble. It's against the law. Man, fuck that law. I'm like, I know.
I
I don't like it.
I think it is a bullshit law.
I think it's bullshit too. But I do love the off on Sunday thing.
No, I think that's bullshit too.
I love to be an off on Sunday. I think that's God's day. No, that's actually my day of rest. Because I know if we were open on Sunday, guess who'd be working?
You?
Always. I never like every job I've ever had. I have never had weekends off. Like no matter even if I ask for it, we can't do that. So it's either have a weekend off or quit my job. So I'm like, damn it, got me off a hill here. So like me, I'm the kind of person I'm loyal as hell to my jobs too. So it's like I don't want to quit.
Same.
Yeah, it sucks.
Even if I fucking hate it,
yeah,
I'm still gonna be there.
Same. I'll be there early, and sometimes if I'm going to be late, I'll let them know. Like at this job, I've been late one time in a year and a half.
That's
And
pretty good.
yeah, like I'm the kind of guy that just like it's like even though I'm not the best, like I'm not the fastest worker, I'm like one of the top ones there because of my skills and my customer service and just how I just do stuff. Like I'll constantly stay busy, but I'm not working as fast as everybody else. Like everybody else is like, we already got the shelf stocked in 5 minutes. I'm like, it might take me 10 minutes, but I'll get it done. And sometimes I do things on my own time too. I'll be sitting there eating chips and stuff and chilling.
Half the time the liquor store is not that busy though.
Not that one, no. I'm used to Colleen where it's like excitement, busyness, someone threatening to shoot you, someone threatening to blow the bitch up, some girls twerking outside, what I'm saying, somebody threatening your life. We know you walk home at night. Be a damn shame if you walk out here and get your head blown off. I've heard that before. I'm like, oh, I can't wait, bro. But it's a reality you face out in like, Colleen is a city mixed with a lot of different people from different cities. You'll meet someone from Chicago, meet someone from LA, you might meet someone from Philadelphia, you might meet somebody from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like there's an army base.
Yeah.
And so you'll meet. There's a lot of people out there, and there's like there's hood, there's crews out there, and some people are just crazy.
Yeah, they are.
It was really rare sometimes to see someone from Texas that was originally from Texas. Like you'll meet someone like, I see your ID, yeah, and you're like, California, that's nice. I see your ID, oh, Nevada, that's nice. Oh, New York, that's nice. And then you're like, oh, Texas, okay.
Oh shit. Well, shit, you're from here?
I gotta get my new ID this year.
Yeah, mine's good. Mine's still good for another
Mine's
6 years.
June.
Mine's good for another 6 years.
Nice. I had mine last one for 6 years, and that was hard getting that because my license got suspended, and I was like 2 years suspended, and then I had to prove that I was me, even though it showed me on there, and I had to prove I lived at the house I lived, even though like I lived there. So the owner of the house had to come in with bills and say, yes, he helps me pay these bills. and prove it to them. But now I live in my mom's and I have an ID that's valid, so I can just go in there. But it says I still live in Killeen though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change that.
Yeah, I miss Killeen, man. But I just miss the excitement. Cause the people here are cool. Like you guys are like way like easier to be around than some of my friends I had. I mean, I still got some good friends out there I talk to. Like I talked to my buddy Lurch, my buddy Brandon, and a few others, and I worked with the IHOP. They're cool, but then there's some people that are just like, yeah, like one of my buddies, man. He was always getting into something, or police, or it's just like
Always something.
mm-hmm. My buddy Lurch is supposed to come down and go to Hoopers with me.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, one of these Sundays. So like,
You'll just let me know.
yeah, he was one of the ones that was like, oh, let me be on the podcast when I had my other one.
Yeah,
he would never show.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a special guest, but
Yeah,
that didn't show.
And that woman I hung out with last night, she had said something like that before too.
About being on it?
Yeah. But they're like, I want to be on the Heavy Rollers podcast. What's the Heavy Rollers? Oh.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know, he said. But nah, like they were, what was I going to say? That people always say that, man. And everybody has their own lives, so I can't judge anybody. I used to get mad when people do that to me. Like one time, one of my buddies was like, one of my buddies from out there, and he goes, I want to be on your podcast. And I was like, all right, we got to meet up on Sunday. That's when my day off is. He's all right. So I was like, all week, every other day, he's like, you ready for me? I'm like, yeah, I got everything ready and everything's ready to go. I said, well, you're going to have to come pick me up when we go to the park. We're going to do the podcast. So we used to go to this one ghetto park. You ask Skylar. It was so bad. There was like gangs out there and stuff, and there was needles in the bathroom. I'm like, you guys are safe with me. Don't worry. And they're just like, it was kind of like, look like something on like from like, like, how do I describe it? Look like something from like a hood movie or something like that. Like, like Boys in the Hood or something like that. And Skylar's like, man, is this place cool? I'm like, it's good. I said, bro, you're with me. I said, you gotta understand, they mess with me. I just make one phone, like my homeboy make one phone call, and his homeboy makes one phone call. We got a war at her. He's like, okay. And I got a lot of friends. But we go to that park and sit in the cars and do the podcast. And I was supposed to meet up this dude, and he blew me off. He was the first person that was supposed to be on the podcast. And ended up being my buddy Mike. We ended up going to his house and like putting his Facebook Live up. And then everybody started roasting my hair on his Facebook Live. And I was trying to talk on the podcast, and everybody kept on interrupting us. But they were too busy playing and talking about dildos and stuff. And I was trying to talk about politics and, and men's mental health.
Always something.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we were, I think it's almost time to close up, honestly. But I mean, it was just weird. Like when you try to get someone, that's the part of the game, though. People, I want to be on your podcast. I want to be on your podcast.
Yeah, they ask and ask and ask.
And then you're like, okay, fine. And then they don't show.
You call them the day of, make sure they're still going to come.
Yeah. Skylar drove all the way from here to Killeen, Orlando to Killeen. The first time he was on my podcast, and the second time. And the third time we were on South Padre together. But him and like TJ and all them piled up in his car and drove all the way up there.
That's a pretty good distance.
Yeah. My brother Dylan did too. And who else? My buddy Chris did too when he was on it. I forgot who else. Like, I had quite a few guests on it. I hope we have a lot of guests on this one for coming up,
Hopefully.
Like, any of the guys, like, anybody that rolls, that wants to, or anybody, don't even if you don't roll, like, even if you're not even part of Jiu-Jitsu, you want to be on? Come on.
Share your experience.
Share your experiences with life, man. Or combat sports or whatever, what I'm saying? Or, I mean, we don't really push politics too much. A little bit we do sometimes, but, it's just, I feel like it went from being a jiu-jitsu podcast to a man's podcast.
Yeah, maybe we've said this several times.
Mm-hmm. And, like, I would love to have guests, so I won't do a lot of talking. You ever notice, like, when someone's on, like, someone told me one time, it's like, you had that married couple on, and when you have Jesse on, you didn't hardly say anything. I'm like, they were talking about jiu-jitsu. What can I tell Natalie and Keith or Jesse what they don't know about jiu-jitsu? Me, a white belt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you could always ask him questions.
that's true. I was just in awe. Like, you know, when you're a white belt and in something you love, and then everybody else around you is colored belts, and they're talking about it, you kind of want to like shut up and listen. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, that was my job to shut up and listen. I feel like when Nat and Keith were here, and also when Jesse comes, I'm always like, maybe I should shut up and listen to what Jesse has to say, or one of them, because they've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Been there, done that.
yeah, like they're like now if you want to talk about, you know, whatever I do, like getting drunk and act like an idiot, then okay, then maybe they should shut up and listen to me. But you know, they were talking about jiu-jitsu, and I kind of wanted to hear what they had to say, because they're like, the reason why I bring this up is one of my buddies, he just started listening to the podcast, and shout out to him and my boy Adam. But he started listening to the podcast, and he's like, he got on like the Natalie and Keith episodes and stuff, and the Jesse episodes. He's like, y'all don't hardly have guests. I was like, no, and he goes, why don't you hardly talk? And I was like, because what do I have to tell them about jiu-jitsu? Now, if you're doing like comedy and stuff like that, I believe out of this group of people, I might be the only one that done stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have, but
Nope.
But like, you know, I can talk about comedy a little bit. That's been my whole life. But you know, I'm maybe a purple belt in comedy. But you know what I'm saying? Like, as of jiu-jitsu, if a black belt or a purple belt or a brown belt or a blue belt is talking, and they're talking about jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. That's what any smart man does. Like, when I'm educating people and someone butts in, that's how I know they're stupid people. You know what I'm saying? Like, people try to talk over me all the time. Like, dude, shut up so everybody can talk. So I can talk and and tell everybody, like, and so everybody can know, like, can learn something.
Yeah.
And like, when I'm listening to like professors talk, I like to listen to what, you know, they have to say. You know, that's just me though. That's one thing I was gonna get out to him. But yeah, man, I think it might be a good place to close if you like, or
Yeah.
I mean, just because
Yeah, my stomach's starting to hurt.
yeah, I'm just kind of tired. But
Oh, I'm exhausted.
like, what I've been
I have
doing
not
is
been able to sleep. So
same. Night I can't sleep. I toss and turn.
well, guys,
Yeah.
episode 3, episode 44, season 2. Appreciate you listening. We're gonna catch you on the next one.
Yeah.
Stay hard. Keep working. Your legacy will come.
Yeah. And Derek Rivera, what will he do next? Whatever the fuck I want. You remember Big Little Bam?
Yep.
Hell yeah. It was good, man. It was a good podcast. Thank you guys for real.
Song about my podcast, the Heavy Rollers Jiu-Jitsu podcast. Keep receiving indirect, chilling at Steven's housecast, talking about jiu-jitsu life. Great times, great times.